Hello everyone. In today's video I'm going to talk about the else if and also if programming functions in Mathcad Prime, and I will explain why they behave different. For this example, let's create a function defined as a program where we use if and also if. So we're going to name the function h, and this function will be dependent on the x and y parameters. And to start off the program, I'm going to insert a programming line in here. And first off, we're going to type in an if statement. You can use Ctrl-J to convert it to a programming function. And let's set up our first condition. So first we say if x is greater than 0. In the placeholder here, we need to provide a return value in case the condition returns true. So I'm going to say here return 2. And what we want to do next is insert an also if function. So we go to programming and select also if. And the also if function also expects a condition. In this case, we're going to say if y is less than 5. And the result that we want to return in case this condition is true, I'm gonna say we want to return 3. And lastly, we need to close up the if statement by going to programming and inserting an else statement. And we're gonna say if none of this is true, then return 5. To be able to compare the results, I'm going to create a similar function, but this time I'm going to use the if and else if statement. Let's copy this function here on the side, and I'm going to call this function h1. And by selecting the also if function, we can go to programming and press on else if, and the statement is replaced in the program. Let's evaluate h and h1 for the same values and see the results. So I'm going to say h of 2 and 2. We're going to say x is 2 and y is 2, and we're going to evaluate. And we're going to go over here and evaluate h1 for the same values. As you can see, the results are different. So let's have a look at what's going on inside each function. If we look at the also if example, we have an if statement that evaluates if x is greater than 0. If this is true, it returns 2, and it moves to the next line where we have the also if function that evaluates if y is less than 5. If this condition is also true, then the previous result is overridden and the new result will be 3. If none of the conditions in this program are true, the else branch gets executed. If we move over to the h1 program, we have the same if statement as the first line in the program. If x greater than 0 is true, the result will be 2, and the else if and else branches will not be executed. If the first condition is false, the program executes the else if and checks if y is less than 5, and again if this is true, the return results will be 3, otherwise the else branch will be executed. This being said, the difference between also if and else if should be obvious. The also if function is executed every time, even if the condition in the if statement above evaluates as true, while in the second example, the else if will be executed only if the first condition evaluates as false. To help us visualize the results, let's create some plots. Let's go down here, go to the plots tab, insert plot, contour plot, and we're going to type in here h. And we're going to copy this on the side here, and we're going to type in h1. On the second plot, you can see that the blue color covers the right side of the plot where the x greater than 0 values are. On the first plot, the blue area is smaller because also if is executed if x is both less than or greater than 0. To visualize this even better, we can go ahead and add some 3D plots at the bottom here. So I'm going to go to plots, insert plot, 3D plot, and in the first one we're going to evaluate h. Let's go ahead and add a surface fill to it, and let's copy this to the side here and evaluate h1, and now you can clearly see the differences between the plots. If you want to learn more about Mathcad and Mathcad functionality, please check out the other videos on our channel. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.